Did we run short on time this episode? What is going on? Welcome to Ranger Reviews, a web series we look at episodes of the TV show Power Rangers and then discuss them. Today we're exploring the 41st episode of the show Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, as well as the 334th episode overall titled Raise the Titanisaur. We begin this episode with us being reminded that Terra Venture's not doing so great. Things are even blowing up in the engine room, and Damon is yelling directions to people to try to get things under control. Kai tells Stanton that the pressure is reaching critical, and Damon finds out that they've lost control over the situation, so he just starts telling people to run and evacuate. He grabs someone who's fallen down, and Engine 4 has exploded. Stanton is incredulous at this on the bridge, and everyone's pretty somber. He tells them to bring the remaining engines to half thrust. What kind of planning happened for things to get this bad? Damon's walking through the hallway all greasy and whatnot, and he walks by Stanton, and he comes over. Damon apologizes, but Stanton knows that he did his best. He's counting on Damon to keep the others online. Damon agrees to do so, leaving. Stanton then tells Mike that if they lose another engine, they're kind of screwed. Later, in the Ocean Dome, I guess, Barbarax is with Swabbies, appearing to be on a closed beach. The Morph Rangers all flip in and they say what they're going to do, whatever. I mean, this is really confusing. I don't know what's happening. It's the Rangers versus Swabbies, and Barbarax says they're all going to make great slaves. Whoa. The Rangers activate their Lights of Orion, still fighting the Swabbies, but now with Dutch angles. They charge after Barbarax, but an explosion sets them back. It's Deviant! Remember him? He mocks them, saying that things are going to get worse for them, and the two of them send fire on the Rangers, setting them flying. Then the whole place starts to shake in repetition. Deviant talks about how awesome this is about to be, and suddenly a big energy wave comes toward them. The Rangers duck, but then it hits Barbarax and Deviant. The Rangers are confused as to what's going on, and honestly same. Barbarax says they're about to see a demonstration of real power, and here it is. The Titanisaur is standing up out of the ocean, walking toward them on the beach, and Leo claims he's headed for the city dome. Mutiny is piloting, talking about a great victory. Barbarax and Deviant laugh at them, saying, "See you at the slave camp." Can we stop mentioning it, guys? The Rangers call it the Galactic Beast, forming the Galaxy Megazord for a long time. Oh my god. Here comes the Zenith Karyozord, and it's releasing Centaurus and Stratoforce. Finally, the three appear before Titanisaur, and Barbarax comes aboard, asking Mutiny if he can drive. Mutiny is like, okay, letting him. Like, why? I don't know. The Megazords get hit back by Titanosaur's tail, and Galaxy Megazord tries to use its saber, but Titanosaur just catches it in its mouth. Well, it then just fires on them. Deviant is inside of it too, saying to just ram them and get it over with. The Titanosaur is really beating the crap out of the Megazords at this point, using its head and tail. The Rangers grab it for a second, but nope, it means nothing. Then it fires blue energy breath at them a few times, causing lots of explosions. Not looking great as the Galaxy Megazord falls face first. Then the Titanosaur just rips off Centaurus Megazord's arm, to which I must remind everyone that these were once animals. They hit the Galaxy Megazord, and then they go back to Galactic Beast form. Then Titanosaur needs to pull back because the whole place is overheating and turning red. At least that's what Deviant and Barbarax are trying to convince Mutiny, and he's ripping an arm off of Stratoforce before he finally listens, bailing. The whole dinosaur and castle are red now, going into the ocean as it steams off. Mutiny says that they need to lighten the load because if they have to fight again, they'll overheat, so they need to detach the castle. The 5 Rangers are in their dorm, talking about how the Titanosaur will just cool down and come back. Leo says they might not come back because then they just overheat, and Kai's like, "The castle is the key!" What? I don't know how he figures this out, he just thinks it's gotta be a crutch. Damon then asks Mike via Zoom how the engines are doing. I guess they're fine. Kai says they need to target the castle next time to get it to overheat. Crone says it's only a matter of time until Titanosaur is back. Crone, you're barely a character, and I'm so sorry. Anyways, Deviant is monitoring Swabbies who are detaching the castle via a giant screw, and he updates Barbarax about it. They remove the comically sized screw, and Barbarax tells Mutiny they're ready to disconnect. Swabbies throw the lever, and the castle just slides right off the Titanosaur's back, floating in the ocean as Titanosaur leaves. The Morph Rangers get told by Alpha that the Titanosaur is attacking again. Why were they morphed? Whatever, they call it the Galactic Beast. Meanwhile, Mike's morpher beeps, and he finds a place to answer. Alpha tells him that the Rangers need his help in the City Dome. Titanisaur has arrived in the City Dome, aka Tokyo, and he's blowing shit up as the people of Terra Venture run for their lives. There's a lot of explosions going on here and also a lot of fires. The Galactic Beasts arrive, and Damon mentions how the castle's gone, so what now? And Maya says, "I don't know, but I'm going in," and Damon promises to have her back. And then the Wolf Galactic Beast is just bitch slapped away from the Titanosaur's tail, and Damon does absolutely nothing. It's amazing. Damon then attacks, but it doesn't work, and Kai tries to help, but nope. Mike shows up, getting to the Defender Torazord, and he goes to hit Titanosaur in the back, but his tail just slaps him away. Damon calls for him and Kai to help Mike, but they're blown back. Mike is struggling, and here comes a lot of fire, which is Leo charging up his Lion Galactopede. I feel like there's a reason why they're not Zords anymore that we're kind of missing here. They hit Titanisaur back, so they decide to go back into their Zord mode to form the Galaxy Megazord. Alright, maybe not. But also, this sequence takes forever again. Like, was this script 9 pages long? They then apparently just automatically have the Lights of Orion, and here comes the Zenith Carrier Zord. Seriously, what is this? Why is an episode this late in the season so barren of content? It deploys both Centaurus and Stratoforce, who mercifully just get their arms back attached somehow, so I feel like I really did miss something. All 4 Rangers are fired on by the Titanisaur, and Mike goes forward. He then seems to chop off Titanosaur's tail, and then he slashes him. Stratoforce and Centaurus do their spin-out attack, and then Leo is angry. He wants to kill Titanosaur, so they fly through the air using the Galaxy Megazord Saber, slashing it and killing Titanosaur. RIP, you random lizard. It's just a big-ass explosion, too. The Rangers celebrate that they just killed some random animal as far as we know. Meanwhile, Kai and Mike are back on the bridge with Stanton and crew, and it seems that Engine 3 is on the fritz. It's at 600 Kelvin and it's rising fast. And for the record, that's 620 degrees Fahrenheit. Damon's trying to save this one too, running around the engine room. Then stuff seems to be exploding and Damon's just screaming, running around. He pulls a lever and things seem to calm down. He asks for the status report and things are cooling off and the crew celebrates a little bit. Kai says that the temperatures are returning to normal and Stanton notes that they're just kind of running out of time here. Yeah, they only have like 4 more episodes. The end. This episode's like pretty god-awful. I mean, it kills off the Titanosaur, but it doesn't really progress anything otherwise. I wasn't joking when I said it felt like we must have run short on time in editing, and they had to expand the calling out the Zord scenes. It's also very confusing because no one is really out of suit for that long in this episode, and like, I don't know. This is the first real sign to me that there may have been really behind in scheduling and filming for all the on-the-fly changes that they had, and they really had to just try to squeeze an episode out of nothing really fast. Next episode involves slaves again. Yeah, I know. But until then, may the power protect you.